Hi guys, I'm here to go through this lesson with you. It's really important that you pay attention so that you know how to complete this correctly. First, we're just going to read through the passage. It's the same passage that you'll see in your assignment. I'm going to go through it, I'm going to explain it, and then I'm going to explain how you are going to be answering these questions. Right now, we're just going to ignore these boxes over here, and we're just going to go through the passage and read. This is a nonfiction passage about how important reading is, actually. The power of reading. Reading is powerful. There are many benefits to reading every day. Reading improves language. Readers have a larger vocabulary than non-readers. Reading increases comprehension. It improves concentration. Reading helps memory. Readers communicate better. Children develop skills when parents read aloud. Reading prepares children for school. Readers tend to do well in all subjects. Children who read make more money when they grow up. For all of these benefits, read 20 minutes a day. So we're going to scroll down a little bit, and there is a chart here, which is a nonfiction text feature. Charts can help us understand the information, but a lot of times when people see charts, they just kind of like skip right by them. They're important. They're part of the passage. So let's look at what the chart is telling us. Minutes spent reading each day, minutes read in a school year, number of words read each year, school days read by the end of 6th grade. Okay, so this is saying that if you spend 20 minutes reading each day, you've read about 3,600 minutes in a school year. You've read about 1.8 million words by the end of the school year, and you've read for 60 days by the end of 6th grade. If you read for 5 minutes every day, you've read 900 minutes in a school year, 282,000 words by the end of the year, and about 12 days. And then if you read 1 minute each day, you read about 180 minutes in a school year, you've read about 8,000 words, and you've read about 3 days worth of reading. So that's what that chart tells us. If you look over here, we have a graph. So this is a kind of graph that tells us how many of each kind. So first, let's look at the caption. We also have a caption, right? Children read 2,151 books in 30 days in the Wild About Reading Readathon. So minutes spent reading per day in Mrs. Smith's class. So whenever we have a graph, we want to read the title of the graph, and then we want to look at the graph and say, what is this graph telling me? So minutes spent reading per day in Mrs. Smith's class. The X's represent students that read that many minutes a day. So no students read for 0 minutes. So that's one takeaway I can take from the graph. No students read for no minutes. 1 student read for 5 minutes. 3 students, see the 3 X's, read for 10 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students read for 15. 5 students read for 20, 2 students read for 25, and 6 students read for 30. So a lot of times when I look at a graph, I need to stop and think, what is this graph trying to tell me? What happened the most often? What happened the least often? Well, I know that the most popular times to read were either 15 or 30. Those were tied with 6 students each. I know that no students read for 0 minutes, and I know that only 1 student only read for 5 minutes. So overall, it seems like the students in Miss Smith's class are doing pretty well with reading every day. Let me go on to the second slide now. It's going to ask you a question, but it's also going to ask you to tell how you know the answer to that question, okay? So it's really asking you to see how you know the answer to the question and where in the article you got that information. So the first one says, how long does the author suggest children read every day? Use the text and text features to help you. How long does the author suggest that they read every day? Well, if I go up here, I can see that it says that children should read 20 minutes a day. Okay, now here's where the tricky part comes in. We're going to use our red highlight to show Mrs. Reeves, or whichever teacher you have, that you understand where you got your answer from. Okay, so if you got your answer from here for all these benefits, read 20 minutes each day. How long does the author suggest children read each day? Complete sentence. The author suggests that children read 20 minutes per day. Okay, And then over here, it also has a graphic that helps me. So I can also say that this chart helped me because the author also told me about all these awesome benefits. So the chart also helped me understand what the author was trying to say. Why is it important for children to read every day? Choose all that apply. Memory, vocabulary, comprehension, preparing children for school. Let's see. Reading improves language, vocabulary, comprehension, concentration, memory. Looks to me like all of those are reasons. So I'm going to make this whole thing a red box because that helps me understand. And I'm going to choose my best answer. Improves memory, vocabulary, comprehension, and so it says choose all that apply. So I'm going to put a box over all of these because all of these apply. Okay. Which statement could you conclude based on the chart? If you read 20 minutes every day, you will read 900 minutes in a school year. Let's go see if that one's right. If you read 20 minutes every day, you'll read 900 minutes in a school year. Now that's not right because this says if I read 20 minutes every day, I read 3,600. That's not right. If you skip your reading a few days a week, it won't affect your total reading time. I don't think the chart was telling me that. Increasing your reading time each day makes a big difference in your total reading time. That sounds about right. And then there isn't a big difference in the total if you read. That's definitely not right. So for that one, I would have to go and I would see, that's asking me to find that one in yellow. So since number 3 is asking me to find that one in yellow, I would highlight in yellow my answer for that one. If you read 20 minutes every day, how many total minutes will you have spent reading in a school year? It wants that answer in green. If you spend 20 minutes every day, how long in a school year? So I would highlight this because the green gives me the answer for that. At the end of the school year, I will have read 3,600 minutes. How many books did children read in the Wild About Reading readathon? Ooh, how many books did they read? It wants me to highlight that in blue. So I need to find the answer and highlight it in blue. And it says that they read 2,151 books. And lastly, in purple, how many children read for 20 minutes or more per day? 20 minutes or more. All right, well, here's 20 minutes, but it's 20 minutes or more. So how can I get my answer for that? I need this whole section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 if I add all those up. Okay, so guys, I've given you pretty much the answers for slide 2, right? But you got to go in and do it yourself now. So you need to look at the different questions. What color are you going to make the answer to the question? And then answer those questions there on slide 2. All right, have a great day. Work hard. I'll see you guys later. Bye.